right, good afternoon. Welcome to Skyway Bound's Fly Tampa Fly. Thanks for joining us today. We're a podcast that we're trying to promote the small aviation business community in the Greater Tampa Bay area. I am your host, Walter Matthews. Thanks for joining me today. And as soon as I figure out my slides here, we'll get started. There I am. All right, thanks for joining. Let me get set up here. It's a work in progress, so getting better every week. Oops. All right, there you go. All right, we're going to start off with the question of the day, and it's a basic advisory, air traffic control advisory question. If air traffic control advises traffic 12 o'clock, this advisory is relative to your blank, blank, blank. A, true course, B, ground track, or C, magnetic heading. So stay tuned. No prizes yet. One of these days I'll get the Jetline guys to send you one of these cool hats. But until then, there will be prizes eventually. I promise. Just not today. All right, we're going to get right into everything. Let me change my slide deck over here. My system is not efficient yet, but I'm working on it. All right, the drone policy. There is a new FAA drone policy, and it's kind of confusing. I started going through this drone policy, and I don't own a drone, but I am Part 107. I mean, I figured out enough to get through the Part 107 test, but there's a lot of rules, folks, and that's typical government fashion. I encourage you, if you own a drone, you definitely want to go through this. I'm going to put the drone Part 89 in the description below. And then I found a nice YouTube video from this UAV coach dude who sounds like he knows what he's talking about. He had an FAA drone person on one of his podcasts talking about these new rules. Even while they were talking about the new rules, it's pretty deep, but it might answer your questions. What I do know, based upon what I've read, is this rule is if you have a smaller drone that's less than basically half a pound, 0.55 pounds. I don't know where they came up with that number, but that's the number they're using. If your drone is less than half 0.55 pounds, I don't know, whatever, it's a typical government. Anyway, you don't have to register. If your drone is bigger than that, you have to register. Go on the website, go to the FAA. They have a whole bunch of confusing resources for you. It's not user friendly. And I mean, that's not really their job. I guess the government's job isn't to be user friendly, but you got to do it because you can incur some serious fines if you're flying your drone in the wrong place at the wrong time. Check out this UAV coach. Google some other resources with people who can kind of break it down and simpler. And hope you don't get a fine. Good luck. All right, the FAA Wings program. Any of my students know I'm definitely a big fan of this. It takes a little bit to, once again, FAA, not the most user-friendly websites, but they're probably working on it somewhere. But this is a great program to promote aviation safety, especially for pilots trying to really encourage them to maintain their proficiency. Now they have a cool, handy-dandy app that you can kind of keep track of things on your phone, which I think is a great step in the right direction to make things a little bit more user-friendly. So here you go. This little website will also be on the description below, and especially those of you who are already pilots, go ahead and check it out. I highly encourage you to participate in the Wings program as a way to maintain your basic proficiency, increase your personal safety and your abilities to be a safe operator. All right, this article caught my interest. So I've heard I've heard multiple, some people say there is a pilot shortage, some people say there's not. And, like you, I probably don't know who to believe. But anyway, I found this article that discusses how airline pilot hiring remains stronger than pre 2022, during COVID, but with the record breaking hiring over the last 2 years and ongoing industry challenges, which are probably numerous and probably goes beyond Boeing's doors falling off, the number of pilots hired in the first months of 2024 is trending downward. It's probably not Boeing's fault, but yeah, I jest. Major airlines hired 1,716 pilots in the months of January and February of this year, and that seems to be down from the pace set in the first 2 months of 2022 and 2023. This is respectively according to data compiled by Future and Active Pilot Advisors, FAPA. They're saying some of the contributing factors to the downturn in hiring numbers are contributing to the downturn in hiring numbers, an internal memo. So they found an internal memo. The company plans to pause. Southwest apparently is pausing all new hiring in their classes in 2024. So there's a reason for it. It's typical airlines. If you're looking to fly, looking to pursue your dream of flying, keep trying to pursue the dream. The industry is famously known for being very up and very down. And if you can find a way to ride those waves, of course, the rewards, risk reward, the rewards are very, very big, especially if you can survive over many, many years and get into, say you want to be an airline person, get into the world of flying airlines and getting that seniority, and they make a lot of money. All right, here's one of my favorite topics over the past couple of months. The solar eclipse, it's coming. And I think it's on April 8th. Let's see April 8th. So not tomorrow, but not this Monday, April 1st, but the following week, April 8th. Yes, I am filming this on March 31st. Darn it, I gave it away. All right, April 8th. If you're not in a position to view it, the optimal positions are somewhat in the middle of the country, but you can partially view it in other parts of the country. If you are going to view it, you need to observe some safety. You don't want to stare directly at the sun. I'll put a link in the description below to some recommendations from the Royal Astronomical Society. They provide guidelines that can help you view the solar eclipse. And then I'll also put a link I found on this. What link was that? I think I put it. Let's see if I can make this bigger. The National Science Teaching Association, and there's others too. They got this cool little box that you can kind of make a viewer if you don't have the little glasses. You can make your own little cheap little viewer and view this historical event, which is not going to happen. I can't remember how long. Let's see what my notes say. It's not going to be for a long time that this particular event's going to happen again. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's history. So if you want to be part of history, watch solar eclipse. Click on the links that will be in the description and figure out what you need to do to safely observe the solar eclipse, which will be next April 8th. That's next Monday. All right, NASA wants to know if air taxis will annoy you. So they're doing a basic study to determine kind of people's noise sensitivity, I guess is the best way to put this. Just read my notes here. NASA is initiating plans to test the noise tolerance of people living in areas likely to see the biggest uptick in advanced air mobility aircraft, such as air taxis, in an effort to mitigate their effects. And there'll be a lot of participants. The places that they're right now testing are kind of like the bigger cities, like the New York, Los Angeles, Chicago's. Those are places that will probably see your initial air taxis. However, those of you who are in Florida and are very, very motivated to bring this to Florida, I think we could truly benefit from something such as an air taxi. There's a company that's already going to set up, or they actually already started to set up their operations in the Orlando area. And anyway, it's coming. So maybe somebody will come down to Tampa and do a test on a noise test for us. Let's see. Yeah, according to NASA, places such as Los Angeles, Dallas, and New York City is where these studies are going to take place. All right, let me move on. We know the machines are going to be noisy. People are always going to complain, so we'll see. We'll see how that affects the future growth, the potential of the industry, and what can be done, what kind of technologies that might be created that can kind of help the industry continue to progress and become integrated into what. Yeah, I'd like to see regular cars replaced eventually. That's me personally, but we'll see. People will always complain. I definitely know that. All right, getting into the world of business development, because that's one of the big things we are about here with this little platform. A couple of Tampa Bay cities were voted. It's a study, some sort of study, where the couple of Tampa cities were ranked as the best places to live, specifically in Florida. And those places were Tampa, which was ranked number 6, and Brandon, which was ranked number 9. A little side note, in the study, St. Petersburg, Port St. Lucie, and Clearwater were omitted from the study due to a lack of recorded data for severe weather events. I don't know what that's about. It doesn't matter. The reason I put this in here is because it highlights how the Greater Tampa Bay area is really, it's making its mark. It's becoming more. A lot of people are still moving here, and it's right now. If you're in this area, there's a lot of opportunity. It's a great place to be. If you're looking to start a small business, keep that in mind. You are in a great place to start something. And to that point, Tampa Bay is one of the fastest growing metros in the nation. So you heard it not from me. This was from, I think this was Tampa Bay Business Journal. A trade publication for corporate site selectors ranked Tampa Bay within the top 10 in the nation in its Hotspots of Economic Growth report. And they did not say what the publication is. They probably didn't want to. And where did I get this from? Yeah, I got this from the Business Journal. So this was good. Tampa Bay area was ranked among 384 metropolitan areas across the United States. It says it was analyzed. Oh, it actually does say the source. As analyzed by Area Development, a magazine that covers corporate site selection and economic development since the 1960s. So they've been doing this a while. The Tampa Bay metro area was ranked number 8, receiving high marks for its workforce, core economy, and economic strength and job growth. And this was the 3rd highest rank in Florida. We beat Orlando and Jacksonville, but we trailed Miami, darn it. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, they were kind of clumped together on one. And Palm Bay and Melbourne were clumped together as they were number 7. The Miami area was number 5, and Palm Bay and Melbourne was number 7. So anyway, the point is the area is still growing. Great place to be. If you're looking to start a small business, you're in a good spot if you're in the Greater Tampa Bay area. And if you're not, come on. We're always looking for new ideas, innovative ideas, people who want to start small businesses in the Greater Tampa Bay area, especially if they have to do with the aviation industry. There's so much potential here. I'm a big believer in the potential of the Greater Tampa Bay area, so you want to join forces and come on down. All right, our local small business. These guys aren't in Tampa Bay, but they are Florida. So Durrani Aerospace recently unveiled an updated design for their electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicle that's made to fit in a home garage. Right now, I am a big fan of Lilium. However, if this Durrani Aerospace continues to make the progress, and I don't know, I'll have to give them a shot. I personally like the Lilium design a little bit better, but we'll see who's affordable. We'll see if they can get it down into that like how Tesla's gotten the cost or what they're selling the vehicle to people down. So we'll see. The race is on, game on. Anyway, Durrani is based in Pompano Beach. They are a maker of an electric vertical takeoff and landing designed for personal use, whereas the other company I was talking about is kind of more the air taxi. Anyway, their idea is to bring the electric aircraft to everyday consumers who want a novel way to commute and bypass road traffic. Right now, it's novel, so it's probably going to be super expensive, but whoever remembers the Jetsons, I dream of a day when these are actually normal. These vehicles are normal, and I just think people will be able to move faster. Traffic will actually be less congested, in my mind, and I don't know, just be a better place to live. But anyway, they're a Florida company. If anybody's out there, any of you smart engineers at USF, UT, University of Tampa, USF St. Pete, because I know you guys, even though you're in the same university, you guys are different. And whatever other universities out there in the Greater Tampa Bay area, please bring one of these kind of companies to the Greater Tampa Bay area. Come talk to me if you want, I don't want to say advice because I don't know how to stand up one of these companies, but I'll try to help you out, try to help you do some research, or I'll try to find a way to help you. So feel free to reach out to me if you're interested in starting up one of these kind of companies. Don't know how I can help you, but we can figure it out together because I'm a big fan of this kind of technology coming and being built in the Greater Tampa Bay area. All right, as always, here's some events going on. I will not go down the list. You can kind of pause and rewind if you're interested in any of these events. If those of you who are looking to start a small business, going to these kind of industry events are a great way to network and get to know other people within the industry, and that's going to help you move from point A to point B depending on what it is you're trying to accomplish within the aviation industry. I'll be volunteering for the Albert Whitted Airport Preservation Society in their booth at Sun and Fun. I'll only be there one day, so unless you get there on the first day, I'm going on a day when there's not a crowd. I'm not big on the crowds, so I'm going to go on Tuesday morning. I'm going to volunteer in the morning, and then it'll allow me. It's a free pass for me to be able to walk around and check out Sun and Fun and enjoy Sun and Fun before all the crowds come in. And there probably won't be a lot while I'm there on Tuesday, but people will start flying in, and it'll be fun. It's just nice to go up there and kind of absorb the atmosphere, and it works for me. So I'm going to be up there early morning Tuesday, and but you have the whole weekend to get up there, and that starts. Where's my notes? I think that's next week. April 9th. So that Tuesday, April 9th is basically when Sun and Fun starts, and it goes through the weekend to the following Sunday of April 14th. So you got a little bit of time. Highly encourage you to get out there, and if you're looking to network and meet people in the aviation industry, definitely within the Greater Tampa Bay area, this is the premier event on this side of Florida with regards to meeting people in aviation in this state. All right, as always, we have our. I'll leave a link with the federal FAA, Federal Aviation Administration list of scholarships. I don't think this list is updated. I just put it in there because I don't know. Somebody might see it for the first time and like, oh, I need to click on that because I need a scholarship because I can't afford to take flying lessons, and this maybe it will help. So give it a shot. There's nothing new on this slide, but I'll put the same link in the description below. So those of you guys who are interested, check it out. All right, these are some general scholarships. Once again, the same list. A lot of times it's the same organizations. Eventually, I'll add to the list I'll add to the list as I learn more. If you learn of any other general aviation scholarships that are not on this list, please send them to me, and I will figure out a way to add them. Or maybe I'll just make a general scholarship opportunities link on my website, and we'll help people figure out, we'll help people find the opportunities. That's the goal, is to help people find opportunities to get into the aviation industry. It goes beyond being a pilot. We need mechanics, we need lawyers, we need accountants, we need a lot of people. We need regular, just basic business people. So, all right. Now we're here to the question of the day. Air traffic control advises traffic 12 o'clock. This advisory is relative to your A, true course, B, ground track, or C, magnetic heading. Drum roll, please. I know you guys aren't excited because I don't have any prices yet, but in due time. All right, B, ground track. And, let me fix this. My notes here. So this one was it can be slightly confusing, a little bit confusing. You're like, well, my true course and ground track, they are the same. They are not always the same. Air traffic control, when they're looking at their radar, they're seeing your little dot as it's moving across the ground. They have some sort of station that's beaming these little. It's beaming, and it's reflecting off of your little moving aircraft as it moves in relation to the ground. And so that's why it's ground track. Yes, your true course can be your ground track when you're crabbing into the wind. But if you're not crabbing into the wind, then your ground track will not be your intended course. So they're always looking for where you physically are, and that would be your ground track. So that's your answer. Once again, if you guessed it right, give yourself a pat on the back. And if you guessed it wrong, get back to studying your FARs and the Pilot Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge, the Airplane Flying Handbook, the Aeronautical Information Manual, and the list goes on and on and on and on. So it never stops. All right, as always, thanks to our sponsors. You see I'm wearing my Jetline hat. I remembered today. They've given me a place. This is not the place. I'm in a different place today, but I wanted to make sure I got my video out on time this month. But thanks to Jetline sponsor for continuing to support me, and they give me a place to set up my prototype button lab where you can come and practice touching the buttons before you get into the aircraft and pay $200+ to figure out what the GPS units are doing. It's ridiculous. You don't have to do that. So give me a call if you want to come and meet me at Jetline, and I can walk you through the Garmin 1000 and the Garmin 430/530. That's what I got right now. And if you don't have any of those toys, which you can get from a company called Real Sim Gear and others, meet me at Jetline, and I am an official CFI certified flight instructor, so I can give you instruction. And we can talk more about that offline. But yeah, touching the buttons is very important to me with regards to learning before you get in the aircraft. It's so invaluable. All right, also thanks to my sponsor, Mind My PC, affordable cybersecurity and IT solutions for your small business. If you're a small business person and you're not looking to be your own IT department, because it's not how you personally have chosen to make money, but you need the security for your organization, and you need a company that can eventually scale with you, well then call my friends at Mind My PC, tell them Walt sent you, and they'll take care of you and help you. They'll be your fractional IT solutions, cybersecurity and IT solutions company. So you don't have to be the expert, and truth be told, you probably aren't. So give them a shot. And of course, Skyway Bound Aviation Services. That's me. If you're looking for basic primary certified flight instruction, reach out to my team of one, which is me right now. Eventually, we would like to grow. But we're there for you to help you. And even if you're not training with me, you got questions, just send me questions. If I don't know the answer, I'll research it, look for the answer. I'll actually point you to a lot of smart people who have posted a lot of great materials they have thousands and thousands of hours more than I'm always learning, and I want to hear your questions so I can also learn as well. You got questions about the aviation industry in general? Like I said, shoot me your questions. You got general questions about aviation business, shoot me your questions, and once again, I'll do whatever I can to find the answer. So thanks for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you guys next month. You guys have a great week, and I guess that's it for now.